Good morning, everyone. So glad to be here this morning on this call with you. Good morning, my name is Amarachi Kalu, and I'm the presenter for today from Impact Her, and I'm glad to be on this call with you. So, if you're here with me, I would like to introduce yourself, your name, and where you're watching us from. But before you do that, I have with me on this call my two beautiful colleagues. I have Berio. He's going to be my moderator for today. She'll be here in the chat session, replying your questions and putting in the links, and also replying everything you have as a question, right? Then I have with me Chidima, who is going to be at the back end of this section and she's going to help with the broadcasting, right? So if you're here with me, please introduce yourself. I would like to get to know you, your name, and where you're watching us from this morning, right? Your name and where you're watching us from. Please tell me. I'll be really glad to know because it's going to be an interactive class, right? So you're here to ask me questions. I'm here to respond to your questions. Hello, Prigma Amadou. Good to have you on the session. Good morning, Rita Product Design. Good morning, good morning. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Please introduce yourself, your name, and where you're watching us from. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Felistus. Good morning. Okay. Felistus is from Cape Town, South Africa. Okay. Welcome to the today's session. Glad to have you. Glad to have you on the session. So let's go into the agenda for today, right? Into the agenda for today. Today we'll be talking about staying productive online, right? Staying productive online. Right now we are online, and what are we doing? We are staying productive because we are here to learn and to acquire new skill, new knowledge to be able to help our business skill or help our career move forward and be successful, right? So we're talking about how you can stay productive online, right? Now, my agenda for today, or our agenda for today, is first of all, we're going to be talking about how you can set your remote office, how you can set up your remote office, right? After that, we will dive into how you can build a productive work environment, how you can build a productive work environment. Then the last on the agenda for today will be how you be manage and maintaining your what, your well-being, which is very important aspect, right? It's a very important aspect. We're going to be talking about how you can manage and maintain your well-being. So let's move into the next part. But before I do that, let me go into the comment section and see people who are there. Hello, Kalu Margaret. Good to see you. Hello, Kemi. Good to see you from Abuja. So lovely, ladies. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Please interact with my moderator in the comment section. She'll be glad to help you out, right? So let's move in. Wow, I'm always very excited to always announce this. Google is offering a free boot camp, right? Google is offering a free boot camp for everyone who has a business, small business, or you want to start up a business, you don't know how to go about it, and you want your business to be successful, you want your business to be visible, to be known by people who are online. Google is offering you a free boot camp where you can come and acquire knowledge. There are so many topics you could learn on, you could get to know, so many things you could get to know from this Google Bootcamp. So you could just sign up, go to g.stroke hustle academy. So my moderator will put that in the comment section. Just click on the link and register for the bootcamp if you have not registered for it, right? But before we do that, before we go into the main topic, the first agenda for today, we're going to take in an activity. Please, I will want you to follow me up and participate in the activity, right? Help me and do the activity, right? How has COVID-19 impacted your role? How has COVID-19 impacted your role? How has COVID-19 changed um, you, your company? What impact did COVID-19 have on your business when it came in 2019? What did it do? Did it impact your business positively or negatively? I would like to know, how has COVID-19 impacted your role? How has COVID-19 impacted your role? Please let me know in the comment section. How has COVID-19 impacted your role? Some people might say COVID-19 has impacted their business positively because it's made them visible online. They begin to sell online. So, how has COVID-19 impacted your role? Please help. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section, how has COVID-19 impacted your role? I'm still waiting. Please, it's an interactive class. I'm asking, how has COVID-19 impacted your role? Let me know in the comment section. Has it impacted your business positively or negatively? Let me know. Or should I call names? Okay, Lizzie said it has made me go online. Right. It has made you go online. Maybe it has brought your business online. Thank you, Lizzie. Prigma, it made me know the importance of online business. Wow. Wow. That's good. That's good. Any other person? Lydia said COVID-19 taught me new areas in visual communication, areas which I could have never utilized if all was normal. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Thank you, Lydia, for that response. Thank you. Thank you. So let's dive into the first agenda for today. Set up your remote office. Set up your remote office. So we are going to be knowing what is remote office and how you can set up your remote office. What is remote working? What is remote working? Remote working is a working style that allows professionals to work outside a traditional office environment. Remote working is a lifestyle that have permitted we who has been going to the office from time to time to work outside that office and begin to work from home, right? Begin to work from different spaces, maybe a coffee shop or somewhere else, right? It is based on the concept that work does not need to be done in a specific area to execute it successfully. So you see, you could just work from your home, from the comfort of your home, work from a co-working space to be able to enjoy work and execute it successfully. So that's what remote working is. So where can people work remotely? Now we're going to see where you can work remotely. Where can you work remotely from what parts or different areas or different spaces can you work remotely? Say, first of all, we're looking at home. You can work remotely from your home, right? For some employees, working from home is the best option because it gives them what? Flexibility. Flexibility, maybe to go and visit their doctors or pick up their kids from school, and even have time with family. Where can you work from remotely as well? You can work from a coffee shop, right? You can also work from a coffee shop. A coffee shop is a public working space. It's a public place where you go to drink coffee, or a restaurant where you go to eat. You could just pick up your laptop and go there and relax and do your work, right? The other place, another place you can work remotely is what? A co-working space. A co-working space. A co-working space is a place where you could just go and pay a certain amount of money for, but sometimes it's expensive, right? But you go there, you sit down, you have a free Wi-Fi, you have a stable light there. So you just sit down and do your work and execute it successfully, just like we said. Another place that you can also consider to work from is what? A library. But working from a library, you have to, it is advisable, it's not advisable for those who are into customer service, who always answer call once every 5 seconds, right? Because A library is a place where you don't make noise, right? You don't make noise, so you just, it is only advisable for people who just want to go there and do a quiet job and leave, right? But it's also a place you can work from. It's also a place you can take advantage and work from, right? So now we are going to be seeing, what do you need to do, what do you need to work remotely? What are the things or the equipment you need to use to work remotely? We'll be talking about it. But first of all, I would like you to give me your ideas. Or if you have been working remotely, what are the things you use to work remotely? What are the things you have been using to work remotely? What are the things you have been using to work remotely? I would like to know in the comment section. Internet. Rita said internet. Thank you, Rita. Products design. She said internet. Thank you. Any other person? Please, I want to know. Any other person? She said, Felistus said what? Laptop. Thank you. Thank you. Leader said what? Wi-Fi and a device. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said phone. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we'll be looking at each item one after the other. Trigman said what? Electronic device. Thank you. Ruth said device and Wi-Fi. Thank you very much. So we'll move on to the next thing. What you need to work remotely. What you need to work remotely. First of all, we'll be thinking about a dedicated workspace. Dedicated workspace. We mentioned some workspace you could use: your home, coffee shop, library, or co-working space, right? But you can look for another dedicated workspace within your house, right? A dedicated workspace is a place where you work from home, or any place you like to enjoy to work from. The other thing we will need what devices, just like you all mentioned. Thank you very much for that response. I really, the class is already going fine. So you need devices, you need technologies that will help you to connect and collaborate and work remotely, right? Just like you mentioned. Thank you very much for the responses in the chat section. I was it's as if you already know what's in my slide. Thank you very much. So the next thing you'll be needing is what? Internet. Just like um you all said, internet connection with devices. So you need a stable internet connection to be able to work effectively, right? So now we'll be looking at the next thing. How can you create your own co-working space, or how can you create your own working space, workspace? How can you create your own workspace? How can you create your own workspace? First of all, finding a space, find a space inside your home where you feel, where you know you will feel more productive, where you know that when you wake up in the morning and you know you're going to work, and you carry or you just carry your laptop and you put it on that desk, you know you feel energized and what, ready to work, right? So find that space in that house, maybe close to the window or close to the dining table, where you feel you'll be more productive and ready to work. Things you should look at avoiding is what? Avoid your couch and your bed. Avoid your couch and your bed. You won't say because you want to relax your back, you go and sit on your couch. You have the tendency to sleep off. Do you know that? You have the tendency to sleep off while working. So avoid anything couch or bed. The next thing you should consider is what? Set up table and chair. Set up a table and chair that you are comfortable with. A table that is the same height as your chair. Not actually the same, but comfortable, where you can just sit down and relax, where you won't have to feel body pain each time sitting on, right? The next thing we should also consider is what? Make sure the space is what? Comfortable. Make sure that space that you choose to create your own working space is comfortable, right? The next thing is what? Consider your posture. Consider your posture, because it's very important. So if not, you start feeling body pain, back pain, and all that. So it is important that you consider your posture. Then the next on the list is what? The physical equipment you might need. What are the physical equipments you might need to work remotely? What are the physical equipments you might need to work remotely? First of all, you need your phone, you need your computer, and you need your notebook and a pen. Don't forget that. Notebook and a pen. You always need your notebook and your pen. Don't forget. So those are the physical equipment you need to work remotely. The next thing is what? Get stable power. Get stable power. It is important that you get a stable power so that you won't start worrying about, when is my laptop going to come up, when are they going to bring back light, things like that. It reduces productivity, right? But when you have stable power, you're productive because you know there's light and you're going to work. To be productive, you have to get stable power to charge your devices, just like we all mentioned, your your router, your phone, your laptop. You need stable power to charge them. For what are the things to consider when doing that? Make sure your generating set is what? Working. Make sure your gen is working. Make sure there is fuel inside or diesel, so that you will be able to relax while working. You won't have to start worrying, right? The next thing is what? Try solar powered devices like intervals, inventors. Is important because I remember inventor they can keep you powered on till the brink light, right? Next thing you should consider is what? Power bank for your devices. Nowadays there's power bank for laptop, so you could get one for yourself, right? You could get one for yourself so that whenever there is no light, you can quickly plug into the power bank and charge your laptop, charge your phone, and charge your router or any other devices you are using, right? So find sufficient internet connection. How do you find a sufficient internet connection? We're going to be talking about that. How you can find a sufficient internet connection to be able to work remotely, right? Among among the most basic necessity for working in is what? A stable internet connection. You need that stable internet connection. Just like I am here now, I have a stable internet connection. That's why I could go live on YouTube and you'll be able to see me without having issues, right? The first thing you should consider while doing that is what? Choose the right service internet service provider. Choose the right internet service provider. Which one works best in your area? Which one works best? Because it's not all network that works in every area. Maybe in the remote environment, MTN might not work there, Satellite might not work there. I don't know the network you might be using, but you want to consider which one works best, right? The next thing you want to also consider is what? Substitution, alternative. Choose an alternative internet service provider. You might want to have two or three, right? So that if one is not working, you might be able to substitute or go to the other service provider to be able to give you a stable internet for you to be able to work effectively, right? Next thing is what? Choose the right router. Some routers don't work in some specific areas, especially when you are not close to the window enough, so it won't work. But choose the right router. Find the right router that will be suitable for your internet service provider. Also plug into Wi-Fi's. Have it at home. We talked about that. Test and compare your internet speed. Always test and compare your internet speed. One of the sites you might want to use to compare or test your internet speed is what? Go to www.testmyspeed.com. Is an internet site that could help you test the speed of your internet, so that you know if it can be able to power you till you are able to finish your work, right? Always test your internet speed before you go live, or before you go live in selling your product, or before you go live in your Zoom meeting or anything, right? Now we are going to be talking about what are the challenges of working remotely? What are the challenges of working remotely? I would like to know what are the challenges you faced while working remotely? Or if you have not worked remotely, what are the challenges you face while trying to work remotely? What are the challenges you face while working remotely? I would like to know in the comment section. I'm coming to the comment section to check. Teresa said ISP, Internet Service Provider. Awesome. Yeah, that's the meaning. That's the meaning. I told you you are here to learn. So I'm here to learn from you, and you are here to learn from me. So So I would like to know in the comment section, what are the challenges of working remotely? What are the challenges of working remotely? What are the challenges? What are the challenges you think people who are working remotely might have faced? Ukola said challenges of power outrage. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. No question is bad. All your all your answers are correct. Always know that. If it's not correct, I'll tell you. I'm looking for one thing in my slide. Okay. Prigma said noise area. Okay. Noise from children if you have small kids around. No phone. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name right. Okay. Just Kara ZA said being easily distracted. Yeah, that's my slide. Yes, you're getting it right. Okay. Teresa said poor power supply. Correct. Okay. Felice said what? Sometimes kids might make noise if working at home. Also when there is loaded shedding. Okay. Vita Product said what? Distraction. Rachel said too much distraction. Thank you for your responses. Now we'll move. We want to see the challenges of working remotely. Now we're going to talk about the challenges of working remotely. There are many challenges one could face while working remotely. First of all is what? Loneliness and lack of social interaction. Loneliness, you feel lonely because you're the only one at home. For we, the single ladies, yeah, you will feel lonely because you don't have anyone to talk to. You're always home, and people are not. You're not getting to see anybody, so you feel lonely. The second thing is what? Self-discipline. Lack of self-discipline. You won't be able to discipline yourself to work remotely because you want to say, I'll do it in I'll do it in 5 minutes time. I'll do it in 10 minutes time. So you will easily get distracted. The fourth thing you want to see is what? How to switch off. It's always hard to switch off when you're working from the office, when it's already 5:30, for those of us who closes, you're already looking at your time, 5:30. You say, it's remaining 30 minutes for me to close and just get home. But when you're working remotely, it's difficult for you because you want to finish up your daily activity before you be able to close down your laptop to go into the next your into the lifestyle of your day, right? The fifth one is what? Having FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. You'll be feeling my friends are going out, there's this thing, event here, I'm not able to attend because I have to stay home and work on my system or give reports, things like that. So the fear of missing out is one of them. That's some of the challenges. These are some of the challenges you might face while working remotely. Now we've talked about the challenges. Let's go into the benefits. Can you tell me what are the benefits of working remotely? I would like to know in the comment section. Challenges of building a very good product content, not knowing what to attract customers. Okay, that's good. I love that. But let's talk about the benefits. Let's talk about the benefits. What are the benefits of working remotely? What are the benefits? Tell me. I would like to know what are the benefits. I'm learning from you, so I'm waiting. What are the benefits? Less time wasted in traffic. Prigma said what? Flexibility. That's great. That's great. That's great. Oluwa Bumi said it's less stressful, right? Right. Rita product design said it is flexible. Great. I love your response and the energy in the chat session. I just feel like coming to moderate. Okay. Linda said what? Accessibility. Bukola said you can work at your own pace. That's correct. That's correct. But you still get the work done though. So let's look at the benefits of working remotely. Now, flexibility, just like you said, one of the benefits of working remotely is what? Flexibility. You could just get to pick up your kids from school, attend doctor's appointments, and even get to buy, go shopping and buy groceries for the home, for the house, right? That's one of the benefits. So no commuting. You're not paying transport to go to anywhere. And you're not stuck in traffic for hours. I remember when I was in Lagos, you have to wake up 5 a.m. to be able to get to work. It was hectic. So no commuting. You don't have to get how do you say it? Way, get weighed down, like exhausted before you get to the exhausted to be able to get to the office. No, 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 it's not part of it because you just wake up, carry, do what you have to do, come to your office desk at the right time where you have to work. No commuting. Get to spend time with family. That's very, very important. You get to spend time with family, with your kids, no? Having your kids around, especially during this holiday, is very important because they get to partake in what? Motherly love. They've not seen you for over some time. So you get to spend time with them. You get to know their needs and what they've been doing in school, right? Less distraction. You don't get to gossip with any co-worker. Nobody will come and tell you, hey, Amaka, did you know what happened? Like, and begin to tell you, and you get distracted, get carried away by the gossip. Things like that. And your morale is high, your morale is high because you're not exhausted from traffic and from go slow or anything. You're there at home and you're full of energy. You're full of energy. Then the next is what? It reduces overhead costs. You don't get to pay for an office space. You don't get to pay for a boutique or a magazine where you have to showcase your products. All you need is what? If you're the type of person who is selling products online, all you need is what? Somebody who just come to pick up the deliveries and deliver it at home, right? And deliver it to your customers at home or in their offices. You don't get to rent. The cost of renting a place is already something else. The next is what? It increases greater productivity. You're energized to work. You think faster. You get to think about solutions to so many things because you are free and you're relaxed within yourself, and you have access to greater pool of talents. You don't get to employ people just because they are living close to to the office. No, you get to employ people from all over the world, like people with different capacity and talent in different fields. You have access to greater talent. No, next thing is what? Improved employee rentage. So many benefits, right? So many benefits. Now, I'll be taking pause for questions. If you have any question, ask me. I'm coming into the chat session, so if you have any question, ask me. You get to control your time. Thank you. Work at your own time, your own pace. Thank you, Felicity. Thank you so much. Lucy said, set your own hours and paycheck. Okay. These women are ready. A lot of people are going to be working remotely. That's nice. Shamaka said she had to say hi, Shamaka. Okay. Hi, Shamaka. Working remotely gives you a global reach. Yeah, just like I said, you get to have access to large pool of talent and a large number of people if you have to sell your products, right? Now, okay, Rita product design said, what if you don't have enough space for yourself? Oh, what if you don't have enough? You could, like I said from the beginning, there are different places you could work remotely. You could choose a restaurant You could just go in there, buy a drink or buy snacks and sit down and work remotely from there. We could choose and that place you could consider is what, a library, okay, or a co-working space. And that co-working space, I don't know how much it might be at your own end. So you could choose any part, or if you have a small corner of your home, your dining set, you could just set up a small office there to just work, right? Okay. Chiamaka said, I love the fact that I can decide how long I want to work. Yeah, you could decide how long you want to work. Cheesy said, one problem I'm facing in my online business, I'm an online vendor of footwear, is that sometimes customers want to see what they are buying first before making payments. Yeah, that's true. But if you register on Google Business Profile, it makes you legit. So some people won't get to ask a lot of questions. And if you have reviews, always ask for reviews. If you have reviews on your profile, people won't care to know about all those things. Won't care to know about. Always post pictures of your products too. It's very important. Post pictures of your products and permit your customers put review of how you deliver the product to them and how they open the product, things like that. Ask your customers for reviews like that. It will help, right? How can one increase the trust of people, okay, for your product and your product even when you operate remotely? That's why you should go on Google My Business Profile. Register on Google My Business Profile. Code it's a free site. You could just go on and create put your business online there. It would increase visibility for you. It will increase visibility for you, right? Okay, so I'll be going on. Then now we're going to talk about build a productive work environment. How you can build a productive work environment. How can you build a productive work environment? While working, why is your work environment important? We're going to talk about that. Why is your work environment important? The quality of your workspace is virtual to what? To your productivity. It's important to your productivity. The quality of the workplace will determine how productive you will be. First of all, designate an area. Choose a particular area. If you're living in a house with a dining, you could choose to use your dining space for your office. Set up your office there. Or you could choose to stay close to the window where you can be able to see outside the trees, the cars, and things like that, to be able to refresh your mind when you want to think, right? The second thing you might want to not find the right chair for you. We talked about it already. The third thing is what? Get a feeling system to organize your life. Get something to organize your table, right? Let your desk be neat. Have all the equipment set on your table that you won't get to stand up every time to go and pick one thing or the other, right? It is said that research has shown us that 40% decrease in productivity is due to workspace distraction, and 27% increase in error. Can imagine. Decrease in productivity is what? 40%, and distraction is what? 27% in error. So that's why we should always consider working remotely, right? How can you minimize distraction? How can you minimize distraction if you're working remotely? How can you minimize distraction if you're working remotely? I would like to know, how can you minimize distraction if you're working remotely? How can you minimize distraction when working remotely? Let me know in the comment section how you can minimize distraction while working remotely. I'm waiting. I want to learn from you before I could say what is in my slide. How can you minimize distraction? Or should I move on? But I would like to know. how you be minimizing distraction while you work remotely. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk about the steps to minimizing distraction. Let people know your working hour. That is the first thing. Lizzie said self-discipline, organization, oh, set boundaries. Lydia, thank you, thank you. But let's let's talk about it in this slide. The steps to minimize distraction. The first thing you have to do is what? Let people know your working hours. Let your family members know your working hours. Tell them I'm working from this time to this time. I don't need any distraction. I don't need noise. Everybody has to be quiet. Especially now that children are at home. Tell them mommy is working. No distraction, right? The next thing you want to do one thing at a time. Do one thing, carry out your tasks one after the other. Don't say I will do this one small, I will do this one small, I'll do it won't be effective. Do one thing at a time. Avoid the TV and household distraction. Whatever is TV, avoid it. So that you say, I want to watch movie for 30 minutes. My sister, you will just forget yourself. If the movie is very interesting, you watch it for 2 hours without even knowing. So avoid your TV. Put away all pets. For people who are pet lovers, I have one of my colleagues who is a cat lover. I don't know. I've never get to see her cat on her working desk or around her. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she puts away her pets. Me, that is a dog lover. I can't. I don't know how to resist. Okay, but I don't get to see her pets around. Put away all your pets, right? Also, take regular breaks. Take regular breaks. Take breaks when you need to take break. When you know you are exhausted a bit, take break, relax, and refresh yourself, and come back. Now we're going to be talking about how you can improve productivity within your team. How can you improve productivity within the team? What are the tools you think we can use to improve productivity within your team if you're working remotely from home? What are the tools you could use to improve productivity within a team? Kemi said what? Put your phone in silence. That's good. That's true. But for people who their boss can call them, sometimes it's not advisable for you to put your phone in silence. So is an option to consider when it is your own personal business. But even when it's your own personal company, sometimes you don't have to put your phone in silent because customers might call you to make orders for some items, and if your phone is on silence you won't get to see the notifications, right? Motivate them. Okay. Emily said motivate them. Motivating yourself. Retail product design. Okay. 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 I'd like to know more. How can you improve productivity within team? Okay, let's move on to my slide. Okay, for you to be able to improve productivity within your team, you need to have management tools. Management tools. Remote management tools that will be able to help you work and improve productivity within a team. First of all, establish vision and deliverables. Establish the vision. What's the vision for your company or for your business? What do you want to achieve? What is the purpose for that business? What is um, the objective? What are your objectives? What do you want to achieve before the month ends? Okay. The second thing you want to consider, establish statistics for team communication. Establish a means for team members to be able to communicate effectively. Or if you want to communicate with your employee or your sales girl, what means do you use? The third thing we want to look at is what promotes visibility and transparency of all work. Let it be visible and transparent, and people should have access to every document they need when they have to work remotely. Track the quality and status of projects. Project management tools can also help you what? Track the quality and status of the project you guys are working on. The next thing we want what? identify and address bottlenecks, deadlines. What are the deadlines? You can identify them and address them once and for all when you're using project management tools. And we are going to look at the tools like Asana. Asana is one of the tools you could use. Asana is a web and mobile working management platform designed to help team organize and track and manage what work. Okay, it will help you set up a marketing campaign, and also what it will also help you set up your company objectives. You could want to also consider what Turo. Turo is a virtual tool that empowers your team to manage any type of projects. Like I said, it helps you to track the quality and the status of a project. Turo can help you what manage the type of project people are working on, to also know what the workflow, and also what identify the tasks that somebody is working on and where the person has gotten to already. It also permits you to what send files and receive files. You can what know the progress of your checklist. Okay, now we'll be looking at, it is said that statistics shows that 70% of workspace mistakes are due to what poor communication, because people don't get to communicate clearly and uh, well. So statistics shows that 70% of workspace mistakes are due to what poor communication. So how do we avoid poor communication? We're looking at the tools, general tools we can use in communicating while working remotely, or we can also use it in our offices. But we're talking about working remotely. So what are the tools, general tools we can use to communicate? Strong communication is integral to business success. Always know that either is your own personal business. Strong communication is very, very important. It's very, very important. On my screen, you can see the tools you can use for communication. The first thing is what Google Hangouts. We have Slack, we have HubSpot, and we have Gmail. Gmail is used for what? For more formal conversation when you have to communicate with a partner that is professional. You use Gmail, send emails. I know at Impactra, once we are communicating, and since I'm working remotely, I'm working from another country, I'm not in Nigeria, I'm in Benin Republic. Every five minutes, I have to check my mail to see what's going on, who sends me mail, what I'm supposed to be working on, right? It helps me track and communicate well. If somebody needs my services, the person has to go and check my Google Calendar because it's in my mail. So I'll have to check it every to person will know when I'm free and when I'm not free. Okay. Next thing is what instant messages platform for fast what conversations. Instant messages platform. You could use Slack for that. You could send messages and even tag people, the person that you want to communicate. If it's in your team and you're sending message into your team group, and you can tag people that you want this person and this person to work on this particular project. It permits you to what collaborate. It permits you to know the collaboration tools for project works, right? Now we're going to look at all these things one by one later in my slide. But first of all, we'll be talking about how you can set rules to communicate effectively. How you can set rules to communicate effectively. It's important for you to set rules to be able to communicate effectively. In order to communicate effectively, you need to set rules. Always know that. Set rules. First of all, communicate clearly. Always ask them, do you understand what I'm asking you to do? Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you? Let them confirm that they understand, right? That's why you know it's clear to them before you move on. Always ask them, do you understand? Is what I'm trying to pass across clear to you, right? The second thing, think about the type of message and contents. Always respond promptly. That's why I said putting your phone on silent is not one idea, unless if you're going for a break or you're taking a short break. you can put your phone on silence, be able to take that break very well. But once you're not on break, don't put your phone on silence, because people will want to get to reach you. Communicate promptly. Set and role model the guidelines that you have put in place. Be the first person to partake, to practice that thing, that communication, communicating effectively, that the rules that you set down. Be the first person to practice it so that people can be able to follow. People follow leaders, right? People follow leaders. If you, a leader is someone who practices, who does, who gets his hand into it, people love to follow leaders. So you should consider that. Set and role model the guidelines. Okay. Now we're going to looking at the tools you can use for video meetings and calls. What are the tools you can use for video meeting and call? We have Google Meet, we have Zoom, we have Skype, we have WhatsApp, we have Microsoft Teams. These are the tools we could use what for video meetings and calls. These tools helps you to connect with team working. Your team members are working remotely. It helps you to connect with your team members are working remotely. It improves the levels of communication. It improves the level of communication. It boosts collaboration. Okay. Now we're going to look at these tools one after the other. First of all, we're going to take Google Meet. Google Meet is an enterprise-grade video conferencing available to everyone. Okay, you can create an online meeting with it, online seminars, online conference, tutorials with Google Meet. Okay, you can even do a conference call with Google Meet. You get to meet different members of your of different people that you're working with all over the world if you have of that sector. Okay, we have then we have what Zoom. We have Zoom. Zoom is an online application that you can download on your phone or on your laptop. Okay, you you can request for a demo while downloading it, and it is free. You could download it for free. You can also Zoom or host or join meetings. You can create meetings and join meetings. Okay, Zoom is a cloud-based video conferencing tool that lets you host or join visual meetings or one-on-one meetings with your team members. Okay, so it can take up to 100 people. 100 people can join a call. Okay, right. Now let's talk about Microsoft Team. Microsoft Team is a business communication platform. Is you can use it to create teams and channels to organize your department. Utilize chat and video functions to boost communication. Okay, share documents and collaborate with ease. You can share documents. Okay, share documents on cloud, on Google Drive, things like that, and collaborate with ease, right? Now let's look at Skype. What is Skype? Skype is a software that enables word conversation, and over millions of people have downloaded it and they are using it to communicate. With Skype, you can send chats and invite someone to join. You can invite someone to join a meeting with Skype, and you can also invite your team members to join meeting with Skype. With Skype, you can also blur your background, use another background to be able to communicate if your background is not what fine. Okay, now let's talk about how you can run an effective meetings. What are the ways you can run an effective meeting? Now let's look at the first step to be able to run an effective meeting. One is what? Set agendas, to-do lists, what you're going to be talking about in the meeting. Set agendas so that you won't get distracted by one thing or the other. Set agenda. Consider your tone of voice when talking to people, especially when it's a video call. Consider your, even when it's not when it's an audio call, consider your tone of voice. Okay, because some people will feel hot. Some people, I know in the francophone sector, we are romantic, so their tone of voice is romantic. When somebody's talking to you, you think the person is toasting you or something. So consider your tone of voice. The third thing you want to what? Encourage usage of camera. Encourage people to turn off their camera so you can see their facial expressions, okay, the expression on their face. Be timely when it's about meetings, okay? Be timely. Don't forget, be timely. For some of us who go late to work, don't go to meeting with African time. Be timely. Your colleagues are waiting for you, so they are expecting you to be there. Be available 30 minutes before the meeting. Is very, very important, right? Video conferencing ethics. Let's talk about what are the video conferencing ethics and steps to run an effective meeting. One, prepare yourself. You know you're coming to the public, okay? You're not, it's not because you're working from home that you should just put on the system and start talking. No, prepare yourself. Your tone of voice, the way you should speak, your facial expressions too, okay? Okay. The second thing is what? Dress appropriately. Dress well. Imagine if I came up here wearing pajamas or my hair is looking tattered or I'm having one oil here and I've eaten, I did not clean my mouth well. Something like that. It won't look professional, right? The next thing is what? Consider your lighting. Consider your lighting. Have lights, okay? Maybe ring light or something to be able to support your camera light. Consider your background. Your background should not be distracting. Okay, it should not over decorate that people will want to be looking at inside your house. She has fine curtain. She has this. No, no. Consider your background. It should not be distracting. Also consider your audio. Make sure your your audio is not muted if you have to speak. Make sure it's not making noise when you're speaking too. Okay. Now we're going to talk about top tips for collaborating effectively. What are the top tips for collaborating effectively? Equip your team with what? The right tools. That's the first thing. Equip your team with the right tool. Make project management tools easy. Make it easy. Teach them if they don't know how to use it. Like I said, Asan, teach them. Have a tutorial for them. The next thing is what? Make document sharing easy and accessible. If you put it on 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 Drive, people can be able, or cloud and on Drive, people can easily access it. Okay, they can easily access it. You just have to give them access to it. Okay, always give them access to the document so they won't come disturbing you. Oh, I want to work on this document, but I don't have access to it. No, if you want them to work on it, give them access. Okay, encourage collaboration within team members. Encourage it. Team members, encourage them to collaborate. Okay, prioritize company culture. Always prioritize company culture. It's very, very, very important. Finally, the finally, we're going to talk about the top tips for productivity. Always over communicate. We talked about that. Communicate. Always communicate. Always communicate. Follow up communication. Always communicate. Regularly. Make sure the team is communicating. Make sure you're having feedback from them and they are responding. Okay. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Remote working. Always know this. Remote working is not a paid vacation or a paid leave that you just say, oh, I'm working remotely, so I can come up and work anytime I want. No, no, it's not advisable. You are paid to do something, and even if it's your own business, you are making money out of it. So you should be disciplined. Okay, have your tools ready for work. Have your system set up, your lights, your generating set, your power bank, everything set up, your service, internet service provider, everything set up. Okay, find your booster and use it. If you're somebody who likes to drink water every 5 minutes, keep it there on the table. Have your bottle of water on the table, or have your vitamins, or something you can just buy, your chips or biscuits, anything that you know you can boost you to continue working. You can just put in your mouth and continue working. Have it beside you. Okay, now I'm taking pause for question before going to our final agenda for today. Okay, do you have any question? Any question? Any question? Joy Joy Maxwell was asking the topic for today. Okay, the topic for today was staying productive online. Staying productive online. Any question before I move on? Do you have any question? If you don't have a question, just let me know in the comment section that you don't have a question so that I can move on. Okay? Thank you. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? I'm waiting. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now let's talk about how you can manage and maintain your well-being. I said that's the last thing on our agenda for today before we go off. How can you manage and maintain your well-being? And can somebody tell me why it is important to manage your well-being? Why is it important to manage your well-being? Thank you, Emily. She said no question. Felicity said no question. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I think she's having some technical problem. She'll be right back. Sorry for that. She'll be right back in the comment section, right? Please bear with me. She'll be right back. The attendance list will be sent soon. Why is it important to manage your well-being while working remotely? To be able to have great productivity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Miriam. Okay. It is important to manage your well-being because it impacts a whole lot on your health. Okay, it impacts a whole lot on your health. The second thing is what? It leads to greater productivity. When your health is okay, when you're good, sound, it has a lot of impact on what? On productivity. It increases resiliency of the it increases what? Resiliency. It boosts your moral level of happiness. It's important. It boosts your moral and level of happiness. Okay. Now let's talk about what can you do to manage your well-being. What are the things you can do to manage your well-being? Joy Maxwell said it's only when you are healthy that you can be productive online or at work. Yeah, that's true. It's only when you are healthy. What can you do to manage your well-being? What can you do to manage your well-being? Well, avoid overworking and take regular breaks. Avoid overworking. Set up reminders to take break. That's the first thing you should consider. The second thing is what? Be clear with your team when you're taking breaks or leave. Okay? Let your team know that you're taking a leave. Okay? And they should not come and disturb you when you're taking your leave. Okay? Turn off notification when you're on break. Um, that's what I said before. That when you're going on break, turn off your notification. Turn it off. Okay. Except if you're a business owner. Schedule in an Schedule in an activity like taking a walk, riding a bicycle, or going to the gym at the end of the day so that you can energize yourself again because you've stayed home all day. So the only thing that will make you energized is what? Going for outing, going for a bicycle riding, maybe to the gym to exercise your body because you sat down for long. Remember, then be ready for cultural shifts. Always be ready for cultural shifts. It will help you embrace this shift. Consider the following. To be able to embrace this shift, this cultural shift, and these are the following things you should know. Trust your overall performance. Okay. Rethink the concept of work. We said work does not need to be done at a particular place to be able to execute it successfully. Always know that. We said it over and over again. Work does not need to be done at a particular place. So rethink the concept of work. It's not because you're working from home that you're not going to be effective or productive. Okay? Rethink that concept of work. Understand your commitment. You signed an agreement to work. So work. Don't take it as a vacation or a paid leave. We said before. And be patient with yourself. Don't overstress yourself. If you can't get it done now, think about it and you can do it later. Be patient. You get to that level, okay? Be patient with yourself. Manage. How can you manage your overall well-being? How can you manage your overall well-being? Take regular exercise. I said it. Exercise regularly. It will enable you to boost your morale each time and it keeps your energy level high. View mental health as seriously as physical health. Okay, mental health is important, very very important. Some people have run into depression while working remotely from homes. Okay, depressions like eating too much. So that those things you should consider. Check in with your management or team when you're taking your breaks. Okay, and also when you should also check in with your teams regularly if they are in good health, if they are mentally sound. Okay, if they are okay to take a section or if they're okay to run an errand for you. Separate your professional life from your personal life. When you're on leave, you're on leave. Okay, and have time with your family. Organize in-personal social meetups, like, okay, in-personal social meetup, maybe with team. You guys could have fun from there. Let make it funny. Movie time, popcorn time, conversation time, things like that. Okay. Now I'm taking pause for questions. Do you have any question? We have come to the end of today's session. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? I'm coming to the comment section to know what's going on. Okay, Gemma said avoid overworking and take breaks. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Bridget Obi said what? Without good health, we can't perform well. That, yeah, I said it. Without good health, you can't perform well. Rita Designs said, I need yesterday link. I didn't receive it. Oh, today's session is another session, so I don't think you have yesterday link. Okay, is there any question? Is there any question? Okay, since there is no question, what is the next step? What is the next step? If you want to learn more with us, go to learndigital.withgoogle.com. The link will be put in the chat section by my moderator. Go to learndigital.withgoogle.com to be able to learn more with us. And I also said this in the beginning of this session, even before the session began, that Google is offering a free boot camp. Go and register. Go and register. If you want your business to be out there, your business to be known, or you want to pitch, you want investors to invest in your business, go and register for Google Bootcamp. It's very very important. You will learn a lot. Okay, no knowledge is a waste. Always know that no knowledge is a waste. Go and register, and it's free of charge. Okay, the link will be dropped in the comment section. And finally, if you want to find us, you can find us on any social media platform, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links will be put on the in the comment section. You can just go in, click it, and go to our YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube page so that if there's any upcoming session, you'll be notified 30 minutes before time. Okay, so feel free to do all of that. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on our Twitter page, follow us on Facebook. Okay, now thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for the lovely session. Thank you for your responding to the comments. Thank you for asking questions, and thank you for giving me ideas. I learned from you guys too. So thank you very much. Thank you.